6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Greetings, everyone. This is me again, dear subscribers. Thank you. Zahra Bazak here. Excuse me. Very tired, but had to come here. I'm very disturbed. And listening to also Zafar Heretic live, the ex-Muslim, they're Pakistani. Oh, thank God you're safe now. And left Pakistan. A Pakistani helping him leave Pakistan, but quite a very emotional story. Made us, many of us, cry there, I think. And so it just brought back the memories of being and living in Karachi, Pakistan. And there was this, not only that, but there was this certain block in me. I was like, I wanted to scream like someone help him. I couldn't wait for him to tell us how he was saved. Like, is he out of that, his aunt's place in Pakistan and all that? And thank God he is. So the recent today's live stream, Zafar Heretic, ex-Muslim, and an emotional story, real life one. So then I go on Facebook and I get disturbed by someone sending me a friend request. So that really disturbed me. Can't get up, but I struggle. I can't. No, I really am incapacitated. When I have to get up, it's a struggle. I do get up when I have to, but it's quite a struggle. So I'm very tired. Please bear with me. I recently had to share this, whether they're intimidating me for this, sharing this hadith. That's why on Facebook, I thought when I'd get the time, I would come here. Listening to ex-Muslim Ahmed, it came again on my home page, YouTube. So I was like, I can't rest, and I'd go back into like playing games and all this. So I thought, okay, just let me listen to what ex-Muslim Ahmed has to say. Maybe it could help those Muslims, ones like my friend, college, uh, colleague, what classmate, or what do you say? So I checked this finally. I've been hearing that Prophet Muhammad has done some acts objectionable, like gay. He was a gay. But I didn't check on this until recently. And I don't know what happens to me. I know what happens to me, sorry, because of my condition case, the way they got me in Pakistan, so from year 2000, heaviness. And so I don't have those defense mechanism thing in me, the defense mechanism thing. It's wounded, feeling really like battered, broken also. So it's amazing this far I've come. It's a passion. So it's thanks to ex-Muslim Ahmed, Ash-Shama'il al-Muhammadiyah 239. It's here it says what description of the joking of Rasulullah. Now this is joking of Rasulullah with if I was a Shia, I mean I would be so. God knows in what condition. I apologize, but look at this. Anas ibn Malik said, there was a man among the people of the desert, his name was Zahir, and he used to bring the Prophet a present from the desert, so the Prophet would equip him when he wished to go out to battle. The Prophet said, Zahir is our desert, and we are his towns. He used to love him, though he was a homely man. So the Prophet came to him one day while he was selling his wares and embraced him from behind so that he couldn't see who it was. So he said, who is this? Let go of me. Then he turned around and recognized the Prophet. Once he recognized the Prophet, he kept his back pressed to the Prophet's chest. So the Prophet proceeded to say, who will buy this slave? The man said, O Messenger of Allah, in that case, by Allah, you will find me an unsellable commodity. Now, is he a slave too? God knows what this is, really. The Prophet said, but you are not an unsaleable commodity in the view of Allah. Or he said, you are precious to Allah. So, great Sahih Isnad Zubair Ali Zai. Now, this part, Ahmad, ex-Muslim Ahmad, because he's good in Arabic and how the Arabic words and things come to us, explains to us that this Prophet Muhammad indulged in a gay act. So we have this. I wouldn't be surprised now, seeing everything. Prophet Muhammad is a false prophet. So let me check. So it was like shocking that the religion of Islam made by pagans. A pagan, Ahmad ex-Muslim on YouTube. It was that gay one. Ahmad ex-Muslim dawa about, was Muhammad a man or a gay? Okay, this is a gay act, but he was also, this is what ex-Muslim Ahmad said, so it was really disturbing. Pressed to the Prophet's chest, so the Prophet proceeded to say, who will buy the slave? It seems like a gay act here, right? So ex-Muslim Ahmad is, I think, more intelligent than me, and in Arabic, this is a gay act. Ex-Muslim Ahmad explains. Can you believe this? I mean, pressed to the Prophet's chest, so the Prophet proceeded, pressed. Oh God, okay, so pressing to, maybe they don't want to say it, So you get it, like, what is going on here? Or you don't get it. This is in your own books, by the way. If you don't get it, I wouldn't get it. I say, what is going on here? Unless, it's written in writing that this is Prophet Muhammad was, but the chest thing pressing on the chest. You see how many lies, and they, what the religious scholars now and do is the English translation also of this is kind of changed to a decent manner and all this. So I don't know the Arabic what is written, but you can go to ex-Muslim Ahmad on his live stream. Prophet Muhammad, the religion of Islam made by pagan. No, sorry. It's Ahmad ex-Muslim Dawa about, was Muhammad a man or gay? EPS 2. Okay, this line here, educational purposes. So you see, he even says this is for educational purposes, and so is this. And once I find out there's something really dodgy about Prophet Muhammad from the Quran ayats first, and now this. So I don't have my defense mechanism, sorry. And it's still very, it's too much for me to take this kind of a thing. Seems like I was intimidated by a Muslim living in Dubai on Facebook because of this. I haven't even checked the time they sent me the friend request, naked, nude. 6 hours ago, okay. 6 hours ago now. Oh, so I thought they sent me this because I shared this hadith and they're trying to intimidate me in Dubai. Like on Facebook, but they're from Dubai. Like someone from Dubai is intimidating me, sending me this total nude picture of his private part on his profile. It's on Facebook profile. So when did I share this? 5 hours ago. Oh, so no, it's after. Sorry, yeah. So I'm like, I didn't see the hours. I just saw this and I got really disturbed. I checked his profile and his nude private part picture on Facebook profile. His profile. God knows who's it, whatever it is. And then I got from Facebook that and he lives in Dubai, so I really want a decent life, and I don't. He said, what was it? Oh, God. No, Facebook. Oh, God. Facebook has told me that we removed your content. See why? 1 hour ago. So I had to share this to, make the police aware. I can not just report it on Facebook, but why is this happening in my country? We want a decent environment. I apologize greatly. I know this is very offensive. How can Facebook allow this picture and this person sending me a friend request? So hashtag Dubai police. Yeah, I mean, Afghanis and Arabs mixed together, and that's what this. A friend of his, he has only one friend, a female, someone, and it's written in, Urdu, Arabic language. Her name, couldn't get her name or his, and then it's written in Dahla, the Salatin. Salatin has some sin. So he could be an Arab and Afghani. Then he has one friend, and her name is also in Arabic. So she has friends. Friend list open, and checking like what kind of an activity is going on in Dubai. Right, and could they get me here? So ex-Muslim Ahmad, you're Arab, he was saying this means that Prophet Muhammad is gay. This is a gay act of Prophet Muhammad towards his slave, but he wants to give a slave of importance, Zahir. Shamail al-Muhammadiyah 238. Ash-Shamail. Anas ibn Malik said, and this is the way a prophet is joking. We Shias don't have this kind of a thing. We can't. If we find, like now that I know, I can share this because it's not surprising. This prophet was very violent and a tyrant, and he was like a crazy, cruel man. So I'm not looking at my comments. I'm coming back here, see if there are any comments now. Okay, no comments. No one here. I'm very tired. Another thing is, I cannot accept such a prophet. Commentaries. What is this now? What did I check here? Commentaries for 68.1. I was checking what ex-Muslim Muhammad had given us. So Ibn Abbas, تنوير المقباس من تفسير Ibn Abbas. Oh, about Surah, what is this known? You know, scientifically, I mean, we can laugh about this, and from his narration on the authority of Ibn Abbas, then that he said regarding the interpretation of Allah saying Noon. Noon, he says, Allah swears by the Noon, which is the whale that carries the earths on its back while in water, and beneath which is, this is the Noon, beneath which is the bull, and under the bull is the rock, and under the rock is the dust. And none knows what is under the dust save Allah. The name of the whale is Liwash, and it is said its name is Lutiaya. Lutiaya. The name of the bull is Bahamut, and some say its name is Talhat or Leona. The whale is in a sea called Adwad, and it is like a small bull in a huge sea. The sea is in a hollowed rock, whereby there is 4,000 cracks. Science has proven this to be right, really. So please do your research. Dear friends, properly, and so you can go to this and read it for yourself. The QuranX.com, Tafsir by Ibn Abbas on Surah Qalam, so Surah Qalam, 68th chapter of the Quran, Ayat 1. What is this Noon? Doesn't go well with science. But would that make a difference to you, Muslims, some of you? Then there's this sick hadith also about Prophet Muhammad fondling his menstrual period, Sahih Bukhari, book 6. It's not opening. What I have to do is okay. Sorry, now I can open it. It's very sick, so it's better that I'm not going to read this out. My ears are hurting. No. So even Aisha was saying all his wives he fondles. Any of his wives during the periods. Narrated Maimuna, book 6, number 300, volume 1. Look at the way I'm reading. So I'm quite disturbed. Sorry about this. And this is a translation of Sahih Bukhari, book 6. This kind of a prophet. Know your religion well, you know. Ex-Muslim Ahmed was saying that the religious scholars, they lie, they hide things from you. And they even try to make it seem so good. I don't think that if you tell me that you have done your research, do it again, because I don't think you have done your research properly. So during menses, can you believe this? Narrated by one of his wives, Maimuna. Whenever Allah's apostle wanted to fondle any of his wives during the periods, he used to ask her to wear an izar. Now you would say that, we would say it's against Quran ayats because you can't go common, but like this, perhaps this is how he went. He seems to be like an extreme tyrant, like someone who's satanic, to have people killed like this, but very intelligent, a very intelligent, outrageously intelligent person to Yeah, a hypocrite. So Islam is not a tolerant religion, brought you step by step here to this. And you do not assault, you do not, okay, even in very rare cases, if you have to assault someone, like I don't think it that should be the case. But in, let's say, okay, very rare cases, I can't find an example right now. But if you have to assault someone, um, do not kill them, right? Because you've overpowered them. It's not right to kill a person you have assaulted. They are armed. They don't have arms and ammunition. They are defenseless. So those ayats where it says in Surah Tawbah and elsewhere, assault and kill. Please stay away and stay away from this religion. And so I was thinking of any organizations that could help, like this poor boy, he's young, coming on Zafar Heretic. I mean, he was saved. It's a miracle. But God knows, you know, the beating and police, you can't call the police. They break you so badly. And also, yeah, when he met the police, they couldn't help him. They wouldn't help him. So he saved his life and ran away. I mean, just left. Oh, God, the police in Pakistan don't help. Uh, you know, unless... No comments. So, please reach out. Ouch, my ears are hurting. Uh, please reach out. Pakistan is a hopeless place. So thank God there was some angel there, human, who helped him leave Pakistan. Oh God, it was so terrible, the beating and all that he was talking about. And so my case is that you know, ex-Muslim Alisha coming here against my mother. This is what, when he was saying, you know, people saying against his mother, his aunt and all this. And it's really like, this is how Pakistani, some of them are urinate, you know, they want to say bad things. Can't believe it. So I needed an expert to talk for me, you know. I couldn't talk for myself. It's otherwise, if I talk, then they would attack me more or something, and I'd come here and shout and get angry. And God knows, you could see like what manners, right? When with Alisha ex-Muslim, and then he came. So, oh, I can't take it on Facebook also. If these Pakistanis, anyone now, anyone, I cannot take it. But especially the Pakistanis, don't know how to talk about my case. Now, right now, I'm very tired. So, I wanted to help a friend also see this. And you know, it's very disturbing. I don't mean to disturb, but you wouldn't start to disturb me because of disturbing. One day you're, no, if you go to a religious scholar, your religious scholar will not tell you these things. He will give you a picture of a quoted with honey. You see how hard it was. It's now November, and how hard it was to work this out for me. Fight against them until there is no more oppression, and religion is for Allah. Oh, so please see this one. Please see this. It's going to help you on this topic. Oops, sorry. Where is it? Violence in the Quran, M2M Network. The panel of Dr. J, I was mentioning, remember? Now, but this is 3 weeks ago. I didn't see this. I just saw it today. So violence in the Quran, is it a myth or a reality? What the Muslims tell you and how they are, you Muslims are deceived, and so many things. You could save yourself. Right now, I don't have words, but really, if would you, if you ever found out that this prophet took away women's rights, not what we were told. Oh, Islam is the only one who gave women rights, more rights than Christianity, than even Hinduism. So please see how you've been lied to by your religious scholars. Look at all sides and then decide for yourself. And also, I feel we need a lot of support missing in this war, and can't take it anymore. The Yemen children starving. Why didn't anyone get up then? I couldn't look at and the whole of Yemen, little children starving. No one got up then. Why? No Muslim got up then. God knows. I mean, there's Yemen, there's so many other previously also. I haven't grieved properly. One shock grief. So I really cannot take it. But of course, I'm taking it. I don't know, it's a miracle. But this is not a miracle. Death is better than this. So there are times when I really feel like death is better than this. And what a God to. And fight against them until there's no fitna. Something has happened about the Bay, and I feel that I have it like, in spirit, His Highness, late, like a mix of Rabbi and His Highness Sheikh Khalifa has, I feel a connection. He's right now come in, and he's kind of like a father, brother, father. Oh, I'm getting, I just feel like he came in. So I've been imagining. Good evening, Gabil. Is it Gabil or Gable? What is the pronunciation of your name? Sorry if I mispronounced it. Good evening, a very good evening to you, Gabil or Gable. Hope you find this now, the truth about Islam. It was very hard to explain in the beginning in Joe. So yes, so I've explained this in my previous live streams. You can see Islam is not a tolerant religion, allowing other non-Muslims to practice their religion, fighting only those who wage war against you or who oppress you. Sorry, I can't speak it through the chat. Oh yeah, I know it's a. So how? Okay, is it Gabel? Yes or no? Gabel? Jabel? Oh, okay. First, let's stick to Gabel. And yes? Huh? Is it Gable? His Highness? Sorry, I have to go. What do you like? No, it's what your name is. So that I can pronounce it like that. Brother, I hope you see this. that Islam is not, and you've been lied to, or you haven't properly been shown. The ayats on peace and all that, I've looked at it. They are just either they're abrogated or then they would be contradicting the later Quran ayats, which are like, until religion is all for Allah, fight them. Not only fitna, but until religion is all for Allah. So I've explained it. Please watch my live stream on that, on this, today only. It's only today that I came. And it's this. What's the. Explained again, until religion is for Allah, Quran. And please help yourselves. As a little support, there is no compulsion in religion. No, I don't know that. I know that, but not in the way you know it. It is Gable. It's a contradiction. It's a contradiction, please. I've explained. No, you can't just give me that ayat. No, you can't, because there's ayats which say kill the polytheists, assault them, kill the hypocrites. Surah Azab ayats, and those in whose hearts is a disease. Wherever you find them, capture them. So you see, I asked you, what is compulsion? You know very well what compulsion is. Do you have a stake in this religion? I'm sorry, I don't understand where you're coming from. If you don't understand this, what I've explained, you see there are contradictions in the ayat. You are stuck to Surah Baqarah ayat. There's no compulsion in religion. Even Surah Kafirun ayat is abrogated. For you, your religion, for me, my religion. You should see, take help from the Christians who will expose this religion, who are more eloquent, more, they have a doctorate in this. So that's not the only ayat. Then the ayat you're giving me, then even Dr. J says in this live stream I showed you, there's from M to M, or what was it? Right? That what is the next ayat then? What is the next ayat? Doesn't Allah threaten in Surah Baqarah? What's the next ayat after that? Can you tell me? Doesn't it seem violent for the disbelievers? Huh? 257. Are you properly representing the Quran ayats or not? See that too. Allah is the ultimate guardian of those who have attained faith. He brings them out of darkness into light, while those who have denied, the guardians of false masters. They bring them out of light into darkness, into the darkness. Those are the fellows of the fire. Therein they abide. Only for being disbelievers and following false masters, maybe the guardians are false masters, having guardians which are false masters, those are the fellows of fire, therein they abide. And your God is telling you to hate people. Hate the disbelievers also. So see this ayat also, right? Hate people. But please, I said this in my previous live stream, that you must come step by step as there's a development in the Quran ayats. When did this ayat come? You know? Is it a Makkan ayat or is it a Madni ayat? Huh? When did this ayat come? Did this ayat come before? Do you know the rules of abrogation? Do you know Allah abrogates? There's an ayat there in the Quran. Otherwise, you'll have contradiction again. You can give me this ayat, but I can give you many ayats which say fight those, right? Who go against, who desist, who resist even, and smite at their necks. You know, Surah Muhammad ayat also. So how to start with you? Telling the believers, argue in the best way. But then, you see, I gave this ayat too. If you don't know, there's an ayat which says, argue not with the people of the book except in the fairest manner, unless it be those of them that are utterly unjust. Then, it tells you believers not to argue with the people of the book except in the best manner, fairest manner. Whatever the Quran, it's same thing, right? Kind of. So, unless it be of those that are wicked with you, you'll be wicked with them. But, you know, those who say, who are wicked with you, be good to them. That is like Jesus Christ. Love your enemies until the religion be for Allah alone, meaning pure of polytheism. But don't the Ahle Kitab fall into polytheism too? Like Christians taking their isn't taking Jesus Christ as God polytheism, huh? Son of God, it is. And the Quran says, although it's not there in the Bible or the Jews' books, I don't know, that Jews take Azra as the Son of God, right? Isn't that polytheism? And until polytheism is meaning you're going to kill the polytheists even, right? You kill the polytheists. Your God has asked you to kill the polytheists. Yeah, so meaning pure of polytheism, meaning pure of Christianity, Judaism, because they take Azra as their son of God. And the pagans, pagan Arabs, and pagan polytheism too. Until religion is be for Allah. But what does it say before that? Fight them, right? It says fight. So here we have, do you consider water for the pilgrims? There are more reasons I have been forbidden to worship other than Allah. Hatred for disbelievers who dispute without. So if they dispute with you without authority, hate them. Great is hatred of them in the sight of Allah and in the sight of those who have believed. No forced conversion in Islam. It is never allowed. It is allowed. Gabel. Because there's ayat in Surah Nisa. Allah will obliterate the faces. In this world, isn't that forced? And fight. What about Surah 9 ayat 29? Huh? Fight the Ahle Kitab. No forced conversion in Islam. It is never allowed. It is allowed. It is allowed. Fight until the religion is for Allah. So you have to fight the polytheists. Right? Fight against them until there is no more oppression. Fight against them until there is no fitna and until the religion of the ayah is so clear, there is no compulsion in religion. Well, if you find a contradiction, then there are contradictions in the Quran ayat, then I have found the contradiction. Fight, it says, Surah Anfal ayat 39. That ayah may be clear in itself of not fighting there's no compulsion in religion, but this ayat is clear for me that there's fighting against those who there is fitna. And you know what is fitna? You know what is fitna? It has a wide connotation. And the religion is also fight against them until religion is all for Allah. What does this mean? Oh, are you going to tell me that it is not for Jesus, not for Azra, the son of God, not for Hubal, but for Allah, right? Until Islam is for Allah alone. Until Deen, it says, Deen is for Allah alone. Doesn't say Islam. It says Deen. Can you tell me what this means? And if they cease to become Christians, Jews, and polytheists, then indeed Allah is seeing what they do. So your own footnote says here, excuse me, your own footnote says here, Abul Ala Maududi. Do you care for Abul Ala Maududi's translation? Your religious scholars, are they at variance? Are you at variance with your religious scholars? Are you at variance with Abul Ala Maududi? Please tell me, so that I don't have to waste my breath reading this. The positive purpose consists of establishing a state of affairs wherein all obedience is rendered to God alone. This alone is the purpose for which the believers may, rather should fight. Command to fight. Fighting for any other purpose is not lawful. So the positive purpose consists of this. He's talking about this other part here. So you are to fight, because your religious scholars, classic, would say that many ayats, all those ayats of no compulsion, even including no compulsion in religion, have been abrogated now. And now it's to fight until deen is all for Allah. Right? Until deen, religion is all for Allah. Not Islam. Deen. Sorry, you got, the ayat here says deen, so I can't say Islam. Deen is for Allah. So which part are you? Even if the Shias come here and tell me that look into our commentary, I'll say, please, enough. I have found out. The religion, I have worked it out, I've seen it myself, and I'm now explaining it. Until deen is all for Allah. Right? Not your, it's not telling Christians that you follow your way, Prophet, the Jews follow their way, the polytheists follow their way. What have the polytheists done against you? Huh? Why? You think this one God alone is, and this is not even that one God, that God that you believe in. You think you believe in, or you were told to believe in. It's a pagan God. It's not even original from Islam. Allah is not an original name from Islam. Illah is God. There is no God but Allah. Go to Adam, ex-Muslim Adam, Ahmad, ex-Muslim Ahmad, and see what he's saying and correct yourselves. Even though this ayah says deen, that the religion, deen, is all for Allah, doesn't say Islam. Even then it means fighting them until religion is for Allah. Right? Even then so please see this Keep on fighting against them until mischief ends and the way prescribed by Allah prevails. But if they desist, then know the hostility is directed only against the wrongdoers, Salimeen. So here, fitna and zalim are different, right? Surah Baqarah ayat 193. If they cease, like they have to now follow the way of Islam, become Muslims. You keep fighting. What is this? Why are you, Gabil, why are you avoiding these verses? You know what kind of an injustice you are doing? You are lying. You are you are outrightly lying to your Muslims. This is where my blood boils, sorry. And you're lying to yourself, so be honest. Muslims, brothers and sisters. Sorry. You don't take me as well. You wouldn't. You want to kill me. And you curse me. Apostate, I'm an apostate. Gabil, you keep giving me one ayat and I tell you then then there is a contradiction. Then what are you going to tell me? Then there's a contradiction. Many ayats say, fight them. Surah Muhammad ayat says, fight, when you meet the disbelievers, smite at their necks. When you meet the disbelievers, not when they come towards you. I mean, how many ayahs? So correct yourselves. You see, can I show you something your translators even have made a mistake in your, and you've taken the meaning to be not to take Masih ibn Maryam. Can I show you where I've corrected through Rob Christian, right? So Surah Muhammad ayat, Surah Muhammad. Look how they've lied. They've kept lying to you. They've kept covering their. You see, because here it doesn't say. So when you meet the disbelievers, not in battle, it doesn't say in battle, meaning you have started the battle, right? Strike their necks until you have thoroughly subdued them. Then bind them firmly. What a zulm you're doing. Not only like strike their necks, you've already struck at their necks until you have thoroughly subdued them. My God, these injured, their necks are like what? You've beheaded them. Then bind them firmly. Like in one go. You've struck at their necks and then the necks until, you see. So when you believers, meaning meet those who disbelieve, then strike their necks. Until when? So after striking their necks, what kind of a zalim is your Allah? Oh, please, if you think this is your true God, please, then it means that you're one of the terrorists like him and you're Allah. Then I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. You are a terrorist. Okay. Gaboli 6. Gaboli 6. His channel, I'm just checking his channel. Very scared of you Muslims. Oh my God, you are very, very cruel people and you are liars through your teeth. I mean, you vouchsafe. Look at how this Gabil is lying, Gabo. He's not even close to that Gabo and Sholay. Gabbar Singh. This Allah, after striking their necks, tied them, tight Tie them. What? Huh? So you start the war. You start the war here. Kabil. Sorry, excuse me. I'm totally out of my mind right now. I mean, I can't take this. In this case, how cruel can you be? You are vouchsafing a terrorist Allah, false Allah, God. This cannot be a true God when you strike at their necks. Surah Muhammad ayat. When you meet the disbelievers, strike at their necks. When you meet the disbelievers, you started the war. Strike at their necks and then bind them firmly. How would you feel if I did this to you? As a man, I mean, I come to you, you are the disbeliever, and I strike at your neck, and I strike at your brother's neck, and bind you two together firmly after striking at your necks. You haven't seen Surah Muhammad ayat? Why are you hiding now? Why are you quiet? Gabel, speak now, today. As I told you last time also. Speak. And you said, you will guide me. How you guided me? You guided me in the wrong way. First of all, you start. If you have to guide me in Islam. Otherwise, I'll disqualify, I'll time you out here. This prophet has snatched away women he's raped, married women. Killed their husbands, their fathers, their whole tribes he finished. Safiya bint Huwais, Banu Qurayza. The city which didn't belong to him, he took. Please now, see this? Sorry, I have to, oh God, my back's hurting. Please, now you told me you will guide me. That was not the correct way to guide me on Islam. The correct way was go to the ayat which says, reflect upon Quran ayats, on this, right? Quran meaning. If there were much contradictions, it would be from other than Allah. That's how you are supposed to guide me. Now you come here again. What is making you stick to this religion? Your lies. You can't see it, or you've been brainwashed to no end. And the women suffering, right? How you strike them. Women have less rights. Men have authority over them. They are supposed to be obedient to their husbands. And then the last thing you do is strike them. Is that what your Allah has taught you? Now please, I've brought you step by step. I've brought each one of you Muslims step by step. You haven't brought me step by step. You're still giving me, you're still stuck. This means you are dogmatic. This means, what more can I say? You're still stuck at that no compulsion. Sorry, that's not a general. This is a high hypocrite. Of course, there'll be good ayats in the beginning, which there were. Dr. David Wood told us, Dr. J told us, in the beginning, when Muhammad was weak, his party was weak. He was very good. No compulsion, religion, giving good, being good with the Christians, Jews. Then he assaulted them. You can see the Quran ayahs. Now assault them and kill them. What about Surah Azab ayat? Huh? If Like you think these polities were not humans? They were animals? Nijis, impure. What about Surah Azab ayat? So 60 to 61. Huh? Please answer me here. I've brought you I've brought the Muslims step by step, showing them. If the hypocrites and those with sickness, right? Cease from what? You know, it doesn't even say cease from what. It's left you. Cease from what? Your Allah's communication is faulty. Cease from what? So if you take Surah Anfal ayat, cease if they do not cease. If they cease, then Allah is all hearing, all knowing. If the hypocrites do not desist, as well as those with sickness in their hearts, and from what? Desist from what? In Medina. Well, in Medina, surely the Jews would be called hypocrites, right? In Medina, surely those disbelievers are the ones God has described whose hearts is sickness, who do not accept this as truth, this religion as truth. So if they do not cease from having sickness in their hearts, and hypocrites being hypocrites, cease from being Jews, cease from being Christians. Mostly it's concentrated in their city, the Jews' city, Yathrib. We will surely incite you against them. And don't tell me because fitna is not used here. Cease from what? At least for the hypocrites and even the rumor mongers. Do you think that wherever you find them, kill them? Huh? Once you have captured, accursed, wherever they are found, Gabil, no one believes you. Forget it. You know, I've seen lots. There are people, Muslims, who have kept it in their hearts that they are ex-Muslims. So that's why they've not been recorded. Because they'd be killed, you know very well. They will be killed, right? Didn't Prophet Muhammad say kill the apostates? Where are they fighting you? Killed outright. So once you've assaulted, captured them, like put them in a reformatory better than relentlessly killed outright. Now tell me if you believe in this hadith or not. Even Shia in Shia Islam, Jafri sect, if you leave this religion, you'll be killed. Prophet Muhammad said, kill those who change their religion. Hadith. There's no compulsion in religion. Huh? If there's no compulsion in religion, the Prophet narrated Asma, the Prophet said, no, where is it? Prophet Muhammad said, Sahih Bukhari. What about this? I thought there was no compulsion in religion, Quran ayat. Do you know what does your Allah tell you what they cease from? If they don't cease from what exactly, do you know? Oh, well, I can guess, but aren't you guessing too? Aren't you left guessing by Allah? Huh? Aren't you left guessing by Allah? Do you know exactly cease from what? You should know. But you're not told. Your Allah didn't tell you. So don't ask me. I have to do a lot of inference, combing through. Because even your religious scholars have lied to us, portraying this religion as very nice, like you have been here. So once, are you sure what cease from what? Gabil, tell me. There's no compulsion in religion. But what is this? Ibn Abbas said, Sunan an-Nasai, 4059. Ibn Abbas said, the Messenger of Allah said, whoever changes his religion, kill him. Please tell me, great Sahih, Darul Salam, are you, please tell me which sector, school of thought are you from? Are you Quran only? So I can at least, otherwise I'm wasting my time with you. You've already failed to show me in the beginning. This is not the way to start guiding someone to Islam, by saying majority, this is the biggest religion in the world. This is not even the Quran way. Allah doesn't tell you this way. How are you telling me? How did you tell me that way? So from the beginning you failed, brother Gabel. You should be disqualified for even coming here in any debate. I don't, about YouTube debates, timing and all that, but you should be disqualified. You are taking my time here. If they don't cease from what exactly, do you know? But you should know. Your God should tell us. Should I tell you how I came to knowing what? Cease by not being hypocrites. Cease from hypocrisy. Well, I have to infer, right? And what about the Bedouins? You should be aware of the context. Oh, okay. Aware of the context. Wait, Islamic context? You're telling me to be aware of the Islamic context? Will you want me to trust the Islamic context? Well, your religious scholars have disagreed. They are at variance with each other. The beginning ones. How can you trust the Islamic context? When the ayahs have fallen apart in contradiction, I have seen. So why are you now telling me to go to the context? Why are you telling me to go to the context? Oh my God. Okay, let me take you to this context. Surah Tawbah. Ayat 5, Tafsir. Surah 9, Ayat 5, Tafsir, your Tafsir. Which context? Now I'm giving you the context of Surah Tawbah. That mere repentance, pay zakat, it will be considered that they have given up disbelief and embraced Islam. Without these, it will not be considered that they had given up disbelief and embraced Islam. Abu Bakr based his decision on this verse in the case of the apostates after the death of the Prophet, who argued that they were not rejecting Islam because they offered salat, even though they had refused to pay the zakat dues. The thing they should cease from is omitted because it is obvious. No, it is not obvious. Because your God. No, it is not obvious. Where is it obvious? To me it isn't. How is it obvious? How is it obvious? Huh? The prior verse says about the this thing, hypocrites in Yathrib. No, it is not obvious. Actually, Prophet Muhammad should not even be in Yathrib as a leader there. It's not his city. If they don't like him, as a prophet also he should leave Yathrib and not make it his city. Would you like it if a Jew came to your city sending you, like, I'm the prophet, I have a book, I'm the true prophet, right? So anyways, there was force on the Yathrib, pressure on the Yathrib Jews from hurting and troubling the messenger and the believers. Troubling and hurting, but not fighting them, right? But not fighting them, right? Now you see, but not fighting them, right? So you're saying no forced conversion in Islam, but he goes to a city, he tells them he's the prophet, follow his ways. He must have told them that, right? Or just like that they were troubling him and hurting him. Just like that. In Urdu they say ताली एक हाथ से नहीं बजती है. And since you see Prophet Muhammad going to Yathrib, this is in city Medina, so they were not fighting him, but let's a fitna, you would say, fitna. They were persecuting him. So you come to the verse persecution, and here you look at this. But Abu Bakr removed that doubt, saying, verse 5 enjoins us to let those people go their way who fulfill all the three conditions: repentance from shirk, the establishment of salat, the payment of zakat. We cannot forbear them because they do not fulfill one of these three conditions, meaning kill them. So here the sacred months are not those 4 months during which war is forbidden for the sake of Hajj and Umrah, but the 4 months that were made unlawful for the Muslims to attack those mushriks, who were granted respite by Ayat 2. Now you're supposed to attack the mushriks. Are you still stuck on there's no compulsion in religion? But they were Gable, they were not fighting you. He goes to their Yathrib. Medina was Yathrib. Do you know that? Medina was Yathrib, city of Jews. Are they mad to go just troubling them and hurting him? He must be preaching his religion there too, to them. That leave this. How many Quran ayats are there which say the Jews didn't do this, didn't do that, didn't follow their Sabbath breakers, took Azra as the son of God. Now he's going there saying these things to him, which he claims are coming from Allah to him. And confirm. What about that ayat? So take it step by step, right? Development. Now, Why would they be hurting him when they first accepted him, gave him refuge from the Makkans? It's alleged that the Makkans wanted to kill him. Makkan politics. Why would they give him refuge first? Tell me. They gave him fadak, peace, for peace. Still, nothing is enough for him. So let them practice their Jewish religion. He will. No. You see, that's why this ayat comes. And you're attacking them. So read. Why don't you read Surah Tawbah ayat 5 in context? Huh? Excuse me, can you give me an answer? Do you suggest criminals should be met with graciousness? I don't think criminals should be killed. Assaulting them. I don't think criminals should be assaulted and killed, captured and killed wherever they're found. Do you think criminals even, every criminal should be killed wherever they're found, assaulted? That's assault. Captured wherever they are found and killed, massacred with a complete massacring. Read the verse. Come on, you know that Surah Azab verse. Don't you think criminals, there's some criminals can even be just captives, sent to reformatory? Huh? Don't put it this way, because your God has not put it this way. So don't suggest things satanically. You are Satan misrepresenting your own Quran ayats and your context that you tell me to follow. Read in context that ayat. They certainly should be punished according to their crimes, right? So hypocrisy. So giving a hard time to Prophet Muhammad, being hypocrites, relentlessly. But it's about hypocrites also in Surah Azab ayat 60. I'm sorry, what are you saying? Like when you meet the disbelievers, smite at their necks and bind them. Huh? And then assault is also allowed to you against the disbelievers. Assault against polytheists. Do you think those who are assaulted should be killed? Captured and killed wherever they are found? Even if they are criminals. Don't you think a rapist like him should be found and killed wherever he's found? Prophet Muhammad, get married to married women, captive. Huh? You know the case of Jawaria bint Harith. So they certainly should be punished according to their crimes, right? And when you assault a criminal, and when you've seized him, do you kill him immediately? You know, wherever they are found, accursed, wherever they are found, that means you've assaulted. The believers have now assaulted the hypocrites and those in whose hearts is a disease and the rumor mongers in Medina, which was Yathrib. Wherever they are found, assault without arms and ammunitions. So I was saying that if you find, let's say the police find that I'm a criminal, but late, much later, after my crime, they come to get me, they find me, are they going to seize me and kill me there and there? Huh? Should they kill me? Should they kill me? Wherever they find me. They've got guns and everything, I don't have any guns. Let's say. They find me going to a market, supermarket. They come with guns and, the whole group of them come. They seize me and kill me relentlessly. You know how relentlessly would be? Hypocrisy is the top of treachery. I don't care if hypocrisy is the top, well, then your prophet should have been killed like that. But according to his own rules on hypocrisy, then he should have been killed. I found him a hypocrite. I've proven him to be a hypocrite. But no, according to his rule, I said, his Allah's rule in the Quran ayahs. But I would disagree. And he's done mass murdering. And what about in those whose hearts is a disease? I think don't you know the history that the Banu Qurayza failed? They were supposed to help the polytheists, but they couldn't. Yet Muhammad killed them, beheading them. And one of the Jewish tribes, they were alleged to help the Confederates, like monetarily. But they were killed. You know why? Because Prophet Muhammad chose someone to be an arbitrator, right? Arbitrator, I think it's name. I don't know. Who was the enemy to the Banu Qurayza and told Prophet Muhammad to kill them. Take their women, captives, children. Around maximum 900. Ibn Ishaq narration. These are descriptions of the same people. And so wherever they are found, seized and killed in their own city. Oh, so I thought you said troubling and hurting the messenger in what way? In what way? Helping the enemy monetarily, but they couldn't. And they even surrendered and they said, we're sorry. But Muhammad would not forgive them. Oh my goodness, they were found, captured. Do you think they should be forgiven or should they be killed with a relentless killing? Mercilessly killed. Huh? If you say yes, then you are one of the terrorists. You are a covert narcissist. You are a very cruel man, like your prophet and your Allah. Say yes to me today. And sorry, then I will have to remove you, because then you are with the terrorists. Say yes. Yes? Yes? Banu Qurayza surrendered, said, we're sorry. He wouldn't forgive them. That's also from your sources. Should he still kill them in their city, Yathrib? It was no more than a threat to get them seizing. He killed them. For God's sakes, it comes from Ibn Ishaq. I mean, God says, if now you say like the Salahuddin Muslim about that, obliterate your faces. Believe in this before we obliterate your faces. Those who have been given the scripture, Quran ayat, right? You're saying it was no more than a threat. No. But whether in history, but there is history on it. Ibn Ishaq has written from Ibn Hisham, right? The hypocrites, yes, on the hypocrites. But your Allah is saying, but this is what your Allah is saying. So even if you don't find those obliterated with faces Christians and Jews, the people who have been given the scripture, that doesn't mean, because history comes from the victors, the winners. But Allah says in 62 ayat, after saying this, that it is Allah's way. How can Muhammad not follow Allah's way with the hypocrites? Right? They deserve to be condemned if they were. Wait. This is not the true translation of this ayat. Look at the fake translation of this ayat. Putting, honey over killing accursed, wherever they are found. Are you Muslim? Are you here to just argue, refute, and save your religion and your vested interest in it? Are you an Indian Muslim? Because there are many there are psycho Muslims out there. Are you one of them? I don't know your background, whether you've killed people, harmed them, beaten your wife blue and black. So that's what you want to do. You want wives to be beaten black and blue, struck at in the end. Accursed, wherever they are found, they are seized and massacred. Sorry, there's a thing going on in the background. Massacred completely and massacred completely. Is this the way, with only them troubling and hurting? Aren't you supposed to punish the criminals for the crimes they've done as much as they've done? What they've done to you, you do to them. But you can't go beyond that. So if they haven't killed you, don't go killing them, right? Or they fail to get you killed. It's okay, forgive them. Hypocrites. What about the Badouin hypocrites in Surah Fat? And this is the way of Allah. So if the story, like from the Shia side, Prophet Muhammad never practiced, please don't go to that side. See, this is such has been Allah's rule with those who passed on before. And you will never find a change in Allah's rule. Means Muhammad would never do what Allah. This is the Sunnah of Allah. This is not even Prophet Muhammad's Sunnah. This is the Sunnah of Allah. So how can you say it was no more than a threat? God is saying kill them relentlessly, and you're saying it was no more than a threat. Oh my God, you're not following the ayat properly here then. God is saying they shall have a curse on them wherever they are found. They shall be seized, captured, and slain without mercy. This is not an empty threat by God. For God's sake, this is your Quran ayat. What God says what he means, or he doesn't say what he means. He just gives empty threats. Is this a joke then? You're saying this Quran is a joke. Of course, it's the most wicked joke. It's most wicked. Nothing did happen beyond the threat. How do you know that? Ibn Ishaq doesn't say that. Ibn Ishaq doesn't say that. Right? Ibn Ishaq doesn't say that. It is not conditional. It is a command. Wherever they are found, seized, and massacred with a complete massacring. Okay, this guy seems to be... sorry, I need to time you out. What are you saying? I don't know how to talk with... He's a. I'm not Christian, Prince. I'm not ex-Muslim. Ahmed would have given, like, I don't know what to do with this guy. Okay, so you, okay, again, a Muslim comes like this. Oh my God, you're dishonest. It's amazing. This is conditional? Where does it say it's under what condition? That is conditional upon them not ceasing. It's the sunnat of Allah. It can't be conditional. It's the way of Allah. It has been like that from before. Read 62 ayat. The verse literally starts with, if they don't cease. This is what I'm saying, but if they don't cease, then kill the hypocrites, right? Oh my God. But the killing, the seizing, I'm saying, if they don't cease, then wherever accursed, wherever they are found and killed, right? That is the command of Allah. That is the way of Allah. Right? Right or wrong? I'm agreeing. Where are you going to cease? But there's the killing. Right. Good. Thank you. So you said that the hypocrites, here, do you suggest criminals should be met with graciousness? What did I say? Do you now suggest that these hypocrites who do not cease from being hypocrites should be killed relentlessly, assaulted, captured, killed? This is the way of Allah. We will arouse you, believers, in the city. Come on, tell me now. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. Your Allah is saying, kill these hypocrites if they do not cease. From what we don't know, maybe hypocrisy itself. And embrace the religion of Allah. That's Surah Anfal ayat 35-38. Until religion is all for Allah. It's been reiterated in Surah Baqarah also, ayat 191, 193. That is what the verse says, yes. Yes, okay. And you think that is right? Assault them, capture them, and kill them relentlessly, mercilessly kill them. Do you think that's right against the hypocrites? They are being hypocrites in their own city, Yathrib, which you have changed to Medina, and now you're calling them hypocrites, right? Because they're not those Yathrib. You want them to be Muslims. You want them to be Ansars of Medina. But they are Yathrib Jews who do not want you. So according to Allah, they become hypocrites. Polytheists fall in that. Baduans fall in that who said, ask for forgiveness for us. Surah Fatayat. Right? Treacherous people are killed even today in the US. Are they? Treachery against whom? Against a country. In the US, you're saying. Oh, you're using US as example. When did... oh, so you are in the US. Are you ex-Muslim Ali Shah? Huh? Oh, you are that psycho. Psychos, I can't argue with psychos. Are you Pakistani? At least tell me where you are from. Wasting my... Oh, you haven't put here where you're from. Are you a king of a country? Huh? Why doesn't YouTube say where you're from? Huh? Are you a dignitary? Are you a politician? So you're saying what US is doing, treason against its country. But didn't Prophet Muhammad do treason against Yathrib people, city, Yathrib Jews? The polytheists of Makkah are letting the Yathrib Jews live in peace, prosperity, practice their religion. They're not going there harassing them. That's why they lived for so long there. Made oases and all. So are you saying, okay, you're saying that in treachery, even US does it. So you used, now you message retracted because you're very clever. You know my mind and you know where it's going to go. Because my mind is totally now on justice and sees the eyes very sharp. Right? Was Muhammad from Yathrib? Was he born in Yathrib? How dare he complain against the Yathrib Jews, that they are hypocrites? He should leave. Isn't Allah's land vast? For angels will ask those souls, you were oppressed in the land? Angels will ask. Oh, it seems to me that Facebook, YouTube, oh, you must be some angels. Well, I see. So you can hide where you're from, right? Treachery to the state, modern day polity, is punished by death, even today in US, for example. Okay, by the state, right? Against the state, treachery against the state. Prophet Muhammad did treachery against Yathrib city. If you take this law, and even Makkah. Excuse me, it wasn't Prophet Muhammad's city. He went there. So there must have been a constitution of Yathrib that he went against. He did treachery against them. And their leader, their chief, he did treachery against Akhtab bin Huway. So according to this law, who should be killed? Prophet Muhammad in Yathrib. It's not his city. Angels will say to the souls, was not, how, where is it? Quran ayat. You know you have lost. Prophet Muhammad was treacherous. He did treason against Yathrib Jews who gave him refuge from his city where he was evicted from. Well, unto those whom the angels carry off in death while they are yet oppressors of their souls, they will say, what were you in? They will say, weakened were we in the land. They will say, was not Allah's land wide so that you could migrate there too? And he knows, his Allah knows that you could, until Prophet Muhammad has warred and taken those, you'll go to those, inherit their homes, their land. Why are you the inheritors? Huh? Of Yathrib people's lands, homes. Why did you exile them, banish them from the city? Did they banish Prophet Muhammad from his city? Oh, come on now, don't lie, right? Enough of your dodging. Prophet Muhammad was a refugee in Yathrib, right? Royal Kabul. Your Highness, Prophet Muhammad, you have been lied to by other ex-Muslims. I did my own research. Don't blame. Now look at this person, how he's taken. You are a gaslighter. Why are you gaslighting? Oh my God. No. I'm doing my research. I was a Shia. No one could, not even hypocrites in Shia could take me out of my religion. I loved Imam Hussein. I loved the oppressed. I would not leave Imam Hussein. I was very faithful. Who I love, I'm still faithful to that person. I've been in the darkness. She doesn't come to me. My mother, who I made principal, my heart is still faithful to her. No one would want to come in this darkness, in this pain. I know life can be so dark, so hellish. How are you saying? I had doubts before any internet came. You don't even know me, so don't give these rash lies against me. Okay? Only because they've supported me a little bit on my doubts and everything. I had doubts long before the internet came. I had doubts in 1992 perhaps, when I went to my father and said, what is this in Surah Ahzab? Ayat 37. I had doubts on Surah Nur. I was like, what is this? In Surah Nur Ayat 33, I never told anyone. What is God saying here? Why would these prostitutes who are forced, God would forgive? Yes, mercy, it's okay, but forgive? So don't lie against me and don't lie against those ex-Muslims. You want to sell me cheap? I have been lied against by you and your religious scholars, you liars. You are a liar and your religious scholars. And your Quran translators. Were you, well, if you are Sunni, then you would not even consider Shias loving Allah, right? Because they're kafirs and mushriks, right? So to ask this question to me, how can I tell you? That's between me and Allah. Even if I was a Muslim, I cannot tell you how much I loved Allah or I didn't. But as a Sunni, would you even consider Shias loving Allah? Do you consider Shias Muslims or Kafirs or Mushriks? Both. Huh? So this question is not valid here at this moment. Only Allah knows what I was. This question is not valid. All I have to say is that don't bring it back on me. Did you really love Allah? No, that I can. Do you really love Allah? Do your Sunnis love Allah by killing others, by killing Shias? Question that. Huh? Do you love Allah? How much have you sacrificed for Allah? Tell me. Can I ask you a question? Are you getting paid for, let's say, azan, for this work? Are you getting paid for dawah work? Are you doing dawah work? I would say they have misguided love. Misguided love. And you haven't. Misguided love? Where does love come in the way? No. Either they are, forget what you would say. What is the Quran? What do you think the Quran is saying? What do your Sunnis say, majority of them, against Shias? Not what you personally say. What do the Sunnis say? So they are misguided like your al-Mu'mineen, annoying Prophet Muhammad? When have the Shias even annoyed Prophet Muhammad? Tell me. When did they annoy Prophet Muhammad? Like your al-Mu'mineen did. And Umar bin Khattab raised his voice. Read in context that Quran ayat. Those who raise their voices in front of Prophet Muhammad, they are ruined. When have the Shias even raised their voice against Prophet Muhammad? That those Sahabas you believe in, tell us not to say anything against, tell the Shias. When you believers, your own group spread rumors, false rumors against Aisha, you tell the Shias not to say anything about that. When it was grave in the matter and you believers, what kind of believers are you? Allah is telling them. Huh? At least they are better than those believers that were with Prophet Muhammad at that time, the Shias. They put their heads down, Abul Qasim al-Muhammad, and they have to salute him with a salutation great. And they revere and respect him highly. So this, your misguided love and all this, don't act like keep your thing to yourself. Who are you to say that? Where does the Quran say that? Don't put things out of context. Bring it into Muslim context like you told me earlier on. Are you giving your opinion, or are you talking against Shias in the religious context. Please bring your religious context in this. You should be aware of the context, right? So should you. Now bring the religious context. That is history which we disagree with them over. I don't know why my messages take long time to reach. I also don't know why. Yeah, it seems that you're taking a long time here. Sorry. That is history. And please tell me the context of this history. Your history tells you that they are misguided love. They have misguided love. About what? Misguided love about Allah? By putting Prophet Muhammad on such a high pedestal? Huh? Higher than you do. You say he's made mistakes, errors, even Surah Abasa, he frowned at a blind man. How can a prophet frown at a blind man? Doesn't he know he's blind? Wouldn't that be unjust? It was the Shias, it's not the prophet, it's one of the Sahabas. Where are they misguided of love for whom? You are the ones misguided of love for. Because in Surah 42, Ayat 23, it says love of his kin. And you have hadiths in Sahih Bukhari which say, your Ummul Mumineen are not there in that ayat. Love of Hassan, Fatima, Ali, Hassan, Hussein. You are misguided about your love, not the Shias. You are supposed to honor this Prophet, you are supposed to worship him. Surah Fat, Ayat 9. You are supposed to exalt him morning and evening. Not Allah. Correction. I can even correct you, your translators, on this. Right? Surah Tawbah. I'm like very Surah Tawbah, Ayah 31. You know who is to be taken Lord with Allah? They put Masih ibn Maryam is to be taken. There's a contradiction. And there's a mistranslation of this ayat and misinterpretation. Surah Tawbah ayat 31 says, they have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords. Besides, min duni, Allah and the Masih, son of Maryam. Where's there a comma or anything? So you're supposed to take as Lord Allah and the Masih. Rab, your Rab. Yeah? And then there's a contradiction also. An ayat which says, don't take prophets and angels as lords, Rab. Where's that ayat? I don't know how it's put. Do not take. They never give me like this. Do not take angels and prophets as lords. And he would never ask you to take angels and prophets as Lord. Would he ask you to disbelieve after you have submitted? Surah Al Imran 3, third chapter of the Quran, verse 80. Contradiction against Surah Tawbah at 31. And your religious scholars have gone so far as to mistranslate, misinterpret this ayat, so that Isa al-Masih would not be taken as Lord with Allah. What do you say about this contradiction? And what do you say about these Baduans who didn't want to fight, yet they were? So, on one hand, you see how you are contradicting yourself here? No compulsion in religion. But then, if you don't help Prophet Muhammad, don't listen to him, he'll make you fight with someone else. Surah Fat, ayat, I think 11, 12, 13, 15. Ayat 16. If there's no compulsion in religion, you don't have to obey Prophet Muhammad, right? So they were busy with their family and they were told they're lying, but they said, ask forgiveness for us. They weren't fighting Prophet Muhammad. No, they're like this and they're liars and they're saying, we want to take us when you get the spoils of war, give it to us. But they weren't fighting. They're told they'll change the word of Allah and you will be. Say to the nomadic Arabs who stayed behind, you will be called to fight against the people of great might. Are you still stuck on there's no compulsion in religion? Huh? Just for not helping Prophet Muhammad, the rich, being rich and staying, and this is the Yathrib. No, they didn't want us to come back. When you've gone to Makkah, Abu Sufyan has given you the keys of the Kaaba. Go back to your houses there now. Leave Yathrib. No, he wanted to be a leader of Yathrib. He wanted to be a leader. So where's your message now? Where's your comment here? You see how you have lied. There's no compulsion in religion, and now I trap you here. Why are the nomadic Arabs? Now, if you say, like, let's put it this way. Yeah, why were they made to fight? They were peaceful people, enjoying their life, wanting to be with their family and their property. They were prosperous. Why were they made to fight against people of great might? Huh? When there's no compulsion in religion. So if they want to leave the religion any time and not want to help Prophet Muhammad, and they're even asking for forgiveness, they're called hypocrites, right? So these are the hypocrites that Muhammad will have them killed in Surah Azab also, not only with the Confederates. So you haven't done your research properly. You've been swayed by brainwashing and more lies from your religious scholars who are at variance, the first part of the religious scholars in the beginning, who have been in variance against each other. That's why you have school of Hanbali, the Hanbali school, the Hanafi school, the Shafi school, and the Maliki school, the Ahl Sunnah. Certain things you don't agree with. So if there's no compulsion in religion, obey Allah and the Messenger. If you don't obey Allah and the Messenger, what happens to you? So they didn't want to go to with the Prophet. And they were called hypocrites and all this, but they were peaceful people. They didn't want to fight. They didn't want to help Prophet Muhammad. So why are they then forced to stay behind? You will be called to fight against the people of great might. Huh? Everywhere I see signs of compulsion. If you take the Christian Lent, Christians say it's not compulsory for us to fast. We won't be like in Islam, in Ramadan, if you fast. If you don't fast, you have to make either you're not well, you have to give kafara, something, God knows what, that fitra, and fitra it's called. Also that you have to give, and God knows, it's compulsory that you do this, right? So isn't it compulsory for you to pray 5 times a day? So how come it's saying there's no compulsion in religion? A religion which doesn't have compulsion would tell you that there's no compulsion for you to pray. It's up to you. You're free. There are no threats, no killing. So many compulsions. Ramadan, fasting is compulsion. And Hajj is compulsion. It's compulsory on you. Zakat is compulsory on you, right? And yet you say there's no compulsion in religion. In Deen, there are all these compulsions. It is compulsory for you to believe in one Ilahi, one God, Allah as the God. It's compulsory for you. And messenger, Shahada is compulsory. All these things. This is just a superficial thing. His Allah doesn't even know what he's saying. Isn't it compulsory? So the Christians would say it's not compulsory for us to learn. If we don't, then God will put. We have something to pay and all this, and because fasting during the month of Ramadan is compulsory. So there's already a compulsion for you, you Muslims, believers. In the religion, there's a compulsion. Because the punishments are great. So this religion has fallen apart. It's not, look, brother or royal person, wherever you're from, it's not like the Christians, God, it's not compulsory for you to 40 days, Lent, and then Easter comes, right? It's not, so that in Christianity you can say there's no compulsion in religion, but not in religion. There's a lot of compulsions. Hajj, Tawheed, Nabuwat, belief in, and prayer, Salat, fasting, Ramadan, Hajj, Zakat. What else have I missed? For us it's Imamat, belief in Imamat, and that Allah is, so all 5 pillars of Islam. It's compulsory for you to believe in that. How can your God say there's no compulsion in religion? In religion you practice compulsion. You are compelled. to do these things. Oh, God. So, I guess you don't want to accept your defeat because you have a vested interest in this Islam. Maybe you are a religious scholar being paid or what? Sorry, no, I'm not taunting, but I really don't understand how. So I want to know where you're coming from here. Like, where are you coming from? That you give the other person such a hard time, and I've been explaining the same thing again and again. What Salahuddin came up with. 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm sick and tired of this now. You keep coming back. You know you failed last time when I told you, okay, guide me. Right? Please also tell me your age, so I know if I'm talking to an elderly person or if I'm being rude or where I should. Please, why are you doing this? Now realize so many live streams, series and series upon series. This is a very dishonest way, I must say. I'm sorry, I don't understand where you as people, Muslims like you, are coming from. You are dishonest. And why you want to take my time here with you? So where's now please answer me. Sir, Royal, are you Pakistani? Are you president? Are you the royal? Are you, who are you? Please tell me. Please. How much time now here? Please, what will make you, okay, let me ask you this way. If you find out this is a false religion, will you leave it or not? What will make you leave this religion? If you find out, like I found out, this is a false religion by my own research, with some help, of course, like I need the help of the Quran and all this. And moreover, looking at the ex-Muslims later, much later on, and in Islam, you're blaming the Shias and me for being a Muslim, but how much did you really love Allah? You see, we don't have a choice once Allah has decided upon a matter. We have to love Allah and we have to discipline ourselves. Because in Surah Tawbah, this also I forgot. So if anything I'm forgetting, I will answer in another 24 ayat. Surah Tawbah ayat 24, it says, you see, we don't have a choice here. Yeah, so I forgot to answer you in this way also. Gabel, we don't have a choice. We have to put Allah first. Otherwise, we'll be putting our egos first. We can't put our desires first before Allah. Anything we desire before Allah. Allah comes first. If Allah tells me to love my principal, then, you see, or love someone, then I love them. Say, O Muhammad, if your fathers, your sons, your brothers, your wives, your relatives, wealth which you have obtained, commerce wherein you fear decline, and dwellings with which you are pleased, are more beloved to you than Allah and His Messenger and jihad in His cause, then wait until Allah executes His command. And Allah does not guide the defiantly disobedient people. So what you said against Shias, they can't go against this Quran ayat. So sorry, I don't know what from your own thing you've said. It's not in history, right? Your history. Because all Muslims are supposed to love Allah and His Messenger and jihad first, most. Then the fathers and the sons, the brothers and the wives and the relatives, wealth, and etc. etc. Where's your message? Please tell me now. So that was an invalid question of yours? Because as a Muslim, you cannot question because I've been commanded. Otherwise, I'd be defiantly disobedient. To love Allah the most, Prophet Muhammad the most, and jihad the most. And since I'm a female, I cannot go on jihad, but life itself, every Muslim in Pakistan, every other Muslim, yeah, they give you this challenge in life. Now please tell me, what is more beloved to you? The truth? If this turns out, is the truth most beloved to you? You will not care, God forbid, like I. Today, I have not eaten, or whatever I've done, I'm supposed to go. You would, let's say some people in my condition, even I'm forsaking, having, it's a lot for me. Maybe you think it's nothing for you, but in my condition, it's a lot for me. Chronic fatigue and all this. I could, when I get hungry, I can't, I can't fast, right? But let's say this truth is so important that it's not good for my health now to stay here for 2 hours or more. This is my passion. I could die here. And after this, I'll need to toss and turn or just, drop dead for a little while. So please, is the truth important for you? So if the truth, how much is the truth important for you? A true religion, a true Allah would be important for you, right? Liars, there's a curse on liars. And the well-being of others also as much as yourself. How much is it important for you? So I'm asking you, that's why a personal question here. How much have you vested in Islam? Can you sacrifice? How much can you sacrifice for the truth? Once you find out, and how much you hate the lies. Not the liar, but the lies. Right? Okay, like that. Let's put it that way. How much do you hate lies? Then I have to also ask you these personal questions, right? Do you really love truth and justice to be established? And more than that, love. If justice of God doesn't come, and you have love and care of God, then it wipes out mercy of God. Then You say, it's okay, I understand. Because love is the only thing that can make you understand. It can wipe out the deepest hell I was in. Like when I was sure that Bibi Mariam loved me, she was with me. All that, she took away all that hell that I was in. It's like, oh, I'll never complain to God that I separated my teacher, my beloved teacher. Oh God, I'll never complain to you. And this new lady that I wanted to do justice to, I'll never complain to you, God. Yes, you took away that, and now it's such a blessing. And so please make us share this blessing with the new lady, Mrs. Munira Guzar. How much do you, and even then I told her in the beginning that she was my principal. I said, I'm after the truth. So even if I love her so much, but she can't stop me from, telling the truth. If she tells me now, maybe if she tells me, I told her, if you tell me to get married to a bungie, I'll get married to a bungie, right? Like I had that passion, feeling emotional. Like I would sacrifice my kids for her if they were my life. I would sacrifice my life for her, even though she's 36 years older than me. So what I'm trying to say is, which I'm not able to say properly yet, this lady, if she told me now, save your life, or I love Islam, stop doing this, stop telling me this, stop helping Muslims to leave Islam, I would not stop. So this, right? Like that, at least make the niyat, make the intention. Know what your intention is. Then if you pass, you're able to do it or not able to do it, that's another thing. God knows your intention. You can put your best efforts, but so there were obstacles, demons, something coming in my way to give what I wanted to give to the other person I loved, their freedom, their life, not encroach upon their lives. Like I want to come to you, I love you, so love me, this, that, give me time. No. I always thought about her life, her freedom, who she's happy with. That is love. So thank God until she was in college and she had her work, I never bothered her. Like, begging her, pleading with her. Even like I used to pray to God, if it's her heart, I give her an open invitation. If it's her heart to come, then she can, then only. Otherwise, I don't want her to come. Although I went a little overboard, like inviting her to my place, giving her an open invitation. But inside I prayed. No one saw that. I didn't even tell her. If it's your heart, if your heart is in it, then come to my house. I will not ever force anyone. So this, how much do you love the truth? How much? If this turned out to be a false religion, for me it has. Through the Quran ayats, I've seen contradictions. I've seen many things that he's a hypocrite, highest hypocrite ever, and a mass murderer. He used Islam and Allah to misguide people, to deceive people for his own interest, his own name, and all that. So now tell me, if let's say you can't keep coming here wasting your time and my time. You need to decide one day. So please, decide one day. Don't waste other people's times and time and your time here. It's like you're chewing on the thing, chewing. There's no compulsion. You're repeating, and in that repetition you have contradicted yourself. Hypocrites, you've said, oh, they need to be. Why not? Point you didn't come to. Do you suggest criminals should be met with graciousness? I think criminals, like Jesus Christ says, love your enemies. Yes, I think criminals, but what I told you at that time, a while ago, was that your Allah. Don't tell me. But, okay, you asked me this question. You don't go grab on a criminal, capture them, assault them, and kill them. When you're assaulting someone, you've got the upper hand. You've assaulted. Even a rapist, what a thief. You don't assault. Unless if someone like you can't go and assault someone, even your rapist. In lipstick they did. Maybe I would kill a rapist if he wasn't stopping raping me. I don't know what I will do at that time. But a hypocrite, we're talking about Surah Azab ayat 60 and 61. We will arouse you. You said, so then you're giving reasons about, then you come to the hypocrites. It was no more than a threat to get them ceasing. But it was a threat, right? Again, hypocrites are not, they are, but you don't know who's a hypocrite. You can't go killing a hypocrite. You know that person is a hypocrite. Your fellow Muslim could be a hypocrite. You could be a hypocrite. How far do you say what you mean and do what you mean? And what your religion tells you to do. So these kind of questions to me, brother, you have wasted my time here. It was no more than a threat to get them ceasing. But when I told you relentlessly assaulting them, capturing them, killing them, nothing did happen beyond the threat. My mouth is open. I can't deal with such Muslims. That is conditional upon them not ceasing. The point here is there compulsion in religion or not? Now, please tell me. Oh, I don't know why my messages take long time to reach. But is there compulsion in religion or not? Hypocrites, enemies of Islam, is there not? Kill them. Enemies of Prophet Muhammad, enemies of Islam, they could just be against you in enmity, against your religion. Point here is, relentless, not only kill them, but assault them, capture them and kill them. And a curse is on them, wherever they're found. criminals according to Islam are not criminals. They are not criminals in their own religion, right? Let's say polytheists are not criminals in their own religion. Criminals according to Islam. That's why I said Yathrib Jews, according to their city and their conditions and their religion, they are not hypocrites. They are not hypocrites. Why put, but your Islam, your Allah put them in that category. Against Ummul Mumineen, your group turned out to be hypocrites who spread the rumor. Were you all believers relentlessly killed? You also were hypocrites at that time, believers there, who participated in the rumor. Huh? How generously were you treated, forgiven? In Surah Nur ayat it is. Look at this. Now tell me. You're making the hypocrites here criminals. Yes, yes. But should they be killed like this, captured, assaulted, and... Huh? And then why didn't God do the same thing with believers who were with the criminal hypocrites? Huh? Surah Nur ayat. Please tell me now. What happened? Believers should know better than to do this, right? They're told. In the eyes of Allah, it was a grave matter. But you thought of it as they're being, was this party, adultery on al Mumineen. False rumor, right? So you would have suffered had it not been for Allah's grace. So here, Allah graciously deals with you hypocrites, believing hypocrites, right? Qabil, you would have suffered had it not been for Allah's grace and mercy upon you. And had Allah had not been accepting of repentance, all-wise. Adultery also. Let's see. And the fifth oath, that Allah may be displeased with her if he is telling the truth. So between wife and husband, adultery, if this. Indeed, those who produce the fabrication are a band of you. Do not consider it bad for you. For each person of them, whatever sin he has earned, yet the one who played the major role, for him is a great punishment. Hellfire, that's in the end, i.e. hellfire. If only, how did Muhammad punish this guy, this believer? So, from a believing party. If only when you heard it, the believing men and the believing women also spread rumors, hearing it. And they're told, think not well of themselves, and said, this is an evident fabricator, a clear lie, clear calumny. If only they had produced 4 witnesses against it. So what does in the beginning your Allah say? And were it not for Allah's grace upon you, and His mercy in earlier life and the hereafter, you would have been touched by a great punishment. Hypocrites. A great calumny they are spreading against Mumineen. Read in context here at least. Now what, Qabil? Your Allah here is even saying, oh, they will have a great punishment. But had it not been for the grace of Allah upon you and His mercy. So Allah here deals with like rumor mongers against Aisha, Ummul Mu'mineen, adultery, and they're all talking about it and spreading it. The lie, the calumny. Allah forgave them. Even Abu Bakr was told to keep paying Mistah, who was in this rumor, participant. Surah Nur ayat 22 against Abu Bakr. Huh? So your Allah is being gracious to the hypocrites here. Believers who have gone completely criminals, spreading rumors. You know what it is? If you spread rumors, what is it's like eating the dead brother's meat. Oh God, no, it's meat. Quran ayat. It's not even a hadith. Surah 49 ayat 12. And some assumption is sin. And do not spy or backbite. Backbite is like spreading rumors, each other. Would one of you like to eat the flesh of his brother when dead? You would detest it. Criminal. Believers becoming criminals. But they were not seized, captured, and killed relentlessly. They were hurting Aisha so much she cried for one. She even lost her health. Allah's revelation was not coming down. Huh? She went to her parents' house. Prophet Muhammad was not treating her well, calling her that. How is that? Surah 49, ayat 12. So, now you ask yourself, right? Ask yourself, why does Allah treat the believing criminals so graciously? Instead of asking me. In Surah Nur ayat, false rumors spread without thinking, without taking it seriously. The believers were against Aisha al Mu'mineen. So you said here, you should be aware of the context. Do you suggest criminals should be met with graciousness, as your believing criminals were met with graciousness by Allah in Surah Nur ayat I just showed you? Next time, please come with some integrity, dignity, and honesty. Thank you so much. I need to go now.